Hey everybody, how's it going? Mike here, checking in. Happy Monday to you. It's Monday morning. It's May 11th. School's almost over. I don't know about you guys, but May is like the busiest month for me of all. My youngest daughter's birthday is tomorrow. She'll be 5. My oldest daughter, her birthday is May 20th. She's gonna be 15. God help me. My birthday is May 15th, so 4 more days to go. And you know how much celebrating that gets. Not a lot, just because there's so much else going on. Other birthdays, brother-in-law's birthday, there's a niece's birthday. My oldest niece is graduating from college on the 16th, the day after my birthday, so we're gonna be down there for her graduation. And so, yeah, plus Memorial Day, and plus the end of the school year, plus Miles has T-ball, and Tally has dance and a recital coming up for that. So, yeah, May is just insane. Now, is it fun? Yeah, sure, it is. Um, and there's a GalaxyCon the Memorial Day weekend, so I plan to go to that because there's I want to get a photo with Terry Farrell and Nana Visitor from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, the best Star Trek series of them all. If you don't agree, I don't want to hear it because it's a scientifically proven fact. So I was kind of thinking, having some thoughts about people feeling like they don't know what they're doing. I feel that way all the time. I never really feel like I know what I'm doing. Even becoming an adult. I don't know if there was a definitive day or time that I decided, you know what? I do know what I'm doing. I'm an adult and I don't have any questions or doubts. I got this. I'm not sure that ever happened. Every time I try to do something new, it's still a learning curve associated with it. And I want to apologize real quick. I'm going to just throw this in here. I got an eye thing going, so if I'm kind of looking away from the light a bit, that's why. So you'll have to forgive me for that. I got like an eye infection going. Going to the doctor for that tomorrow. So, but yeah, I think I'm guilty of this. Maybe some of you are too. When you look back at your childhood and your parents never gave off the impression that they didn't know what they were doing. Mine didn't, for sure. Looking back, I can definitely see that they didn't always know what they were doing. There are things like my dad fixed lots of stuff, and clearly he didn't have YouTube as a source, a resource to learn how to fix things he didn't know how to do, like I do. If I need to fix something new on my truck, I hit YouTube to see what I need to do, how it comes apart, and all that stuff. But parents, on the other hand, I mean, outside of skills, though, I'm talking about life stuff. How to make a successful marriage work. I can't say I really ever knew. I definitely can't say my parents ever really knew. My grandparents, I mean, that was back in the together till you die, no matter what days. So I guess it really wasn't that important if it was working or not. I don't know. But yeah, my parents didn't have that one figured out. Emotional honesty, which is, as you know, if you're here, it's our brand around here. It wasn't exactly a strong suit in my house growing up, so my parents didn't have that one figured out. Maybe not so much in the money realm. You can look back and see where your parents projected the illusion that, adults know what they're doing. Adults know everything. I'm right because I'm an adult and we know what we're doing. And it's just not the case. It's an illusion, which I understand. You don't want your kids to think you don't know what you're doing, but on the other hand, you want your kids you want your kids to someday learn how to do for themselves. And maybe more importantly, and this is maybe a future present perspective, I want my kids to understand that nobody expects them to know everything, to know exactly what they're doing from day one, every day for the rest of their life. Nobody expects that. Nobody thinks that's going to happen. And I don't want them to have, I guess, I've talked about relationships before where the biggest threat to any romantic relationship, marriage, whatever you want, is unrealistic expectations. If I have an expectation of my wife is going to be a certain thing, or she's going to act a certain way, or she's going to be a certain thing, and then she's not that, she's done the worst possible thing that anybody could ever do in the entire world. She has failed to live up to my expectation of what a wife is supposed to be. Does that make sense? It's like without a realistic conversation, it's like when you're at work or whatever and they do calls and meetings to get evaluations on the same page so everybody grades the same way. It's like if me and my wife don't have, get our expectations in line. Well, this is our relationship. This is what we're going to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is what you're going to do, and this is how we're going to interact and have a functioning and fulfilling marriage. And there's nothing wrong with doing that to make sure you're on the same page, because I don't want my wife to expect me to be Prince Charming, and I'm clearly not. But unless that expectation is more realistic, then she's always going to be sorely disappointed that I'm not Prince Charming. I mean, it's just the way it is. So, I mean, life's the same way. Nobody expects, I don't want my kids to feel like when they grow up that they're expected to know everything. I want them to understand that it's okay to not know how to do something or to not know what to do. It's okay to admit that, and it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say, I'm not sure what I should do here. I'm not sure what the right decision is. I'm not sure what the right move is. I just don't know. What can I do about that? I can ask. I can ask. I can ask a friend. I can ask my parents, because my parents always let me know that they don't always have all the answers. And that's okay, because if you don't have the answer, you have to find it, right? You don't want to just fall forward head first through the glass window. You want to take a moment and say, I don't know what the right decision is here. I don't know what the next step is. Let's see if I can find out the right decision. Who can I ask? What resources do I have available? Make a plan. I should have a plan for whatever the next step's going to be. And if this doesn't work the way I want it to, what can I do to correct? So it's it's always very important to understand that you're not expected to know everything. And I feel like sometimes there's a false expectation put on people, not always by others, sometimes we just put it on ourselves. My oldest has trouble accepting that she's not always the best at everything as soon as she starts. She has to learn. That's the reason, like when she was in dance class, you're not the full dancer at the beginning. You have to learn. That's why you're there. They have to teach you how to dance. Same with when she was in martial arts. It's like nobody expects you to be Bruce Lee. You have to learn how to be Bruce Lee. Fact. And sometimes that's, hard for some of us to get a grip on, even though we know that. It's fairly obvious, but it doesn't mean it registers in here. It's just an unrealistic expectation we put on ourselves. And that's the main thing you have to look out for, because we're hardest on ourselves. We generally don't deserve the harsh treatment and judgment that we give ourselves, but we feel like we do. And so we're hard on ourselves, and there's no reason to be. You shouldn't be harder on yourself. I mean, maybe a little, but than you are on other people. because you make mistakes. You're human. I'm human. I make all sorts of mistakes. I just try and make the best decision I can. Even Superman in the last movie, he said, I'm as human as everyone. I get up every day and I put my boots on one boot at a time and I go out and I make the best decision I can. I don't always know what to do. I don't either. It's good enough for Superman to admit, hey, I don't know what I'm doing all the time. I just make the best decision I can and deal with the consequences. Shouldn't that be good enough for me? Uh, So I don't, make any claims to be wise beyond my years, or I don't go around being like, I'm a genius, I'm so smart, blah 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 blah. I don't do that. I will say that I once was considered to have potential, and I try and live up to that standard whenever I can. To I have potential, and some days the best I can do is I have the potential to try and make a good decision. Or even just on a really hard day, I have the potential to just try not to fuck it up even more. So a win is a win. You take the wins you can. You give thanks to the universe, give thanks to the creator, give thanks to God. Say, thanks for letting me get through another day without mucking it up too bad. Now tomorrow, maybe I can fix it, maybe I can do better. That's all we can do is be grateful for the chance to try again. And ultimately, at the end, do we even accomplish anything? I don't know. When I've lived a long and full life, and which I hope I do, that's the plan anyway. You know what they say about plans. But one day I hope I can look back at my life and say I lived the best life that I could. I did things that brought me joy. I loved with all my heart. I loved freely. And I took joy from the people around me, my friends, my family, my wife, my children, my siblings, my fellow human. I mean, we're all brothers and sisters in this world. And we're all in this together. We're on the same journey. And at the end, all we can do is just look back and just hope we did a good job. It's not about like achieving certain things in life and saying if I do that I'm successful. But did you live the best life you could? Did you do things that brought you joy? Did you live well? Be happy? Did you have good moments, good memories, eat good food? Did you have a good life? And that's all really any of us can do. There's no set goal. That's just when you get here, I'm happy, and that's the achievement. Nope, it's a process, it's a journey. And you have to take the happiness where you can, you take the wins where you can. Bruce Lee said to be like water. So when you take a hit, you're like water and you keep flowing around the obstacle. Um, I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I soar. To quote Wash. Be that leaf on the wind. Let it carry you. Let it guide you as you flow around obstacles and never even entirely sure where you're going to end up. Because control is an illusion. You can do the best you can, but you're really not in control of anything. You can't control shit. Okay? Let's be real. People think they can. You think you can, but you can't. So don't try. Quit trying to control everything. You can control you. You can be as prepared as you can for things and just be prepared to adapt and flow around the things you're not prepared for, you don't see coming. Matrix, Neo dodging the bullets, Wash flying around the Alliance and the Reaver ships, the Defiant weaving in and out of the Dominion front lines. That's all you can do. Nobody's gonna open a path for you. You just have to keep going. Or even Janeway. Sometimes you just have to punch your way through. If you have to punch your way through, so be it. You punch your way through. But in the end, you get through. Fail, succeed, it's the same difference. You learn from either one, you make a new plan, and you keep going. So keep going, friends. That's all I got for you today. It's a quickie. I gotta go take my youngest to physical therapy here in a couple of minutes, so I'm gonna go do that. So let me know how you're doing. Throw a comment in. Let me know what challenges you're facing, what you're overcoming. Uh, Let me know when you're getting hit, what your new plan is. Just share. We're all in this together. If you're having you're having trouble with something, I bet you're not the only one. And sometimes you just need somebody to say, "Hey, you got this." Well, you know what? You've got this. You can do this. Don't forget, in the entire span of the universe and all of creation, there is only one you. So that makes you. I try and avoid saying people are special because, but you know what? You're pretty damn special. There's only one of you, and it diminishes us all. It would diminish us all if there wasn't a you. So, friends, let me know how you're doing. Keep on moving forward, and don't forget, if you fall, fall forward too. Okay? See you later.